Welcome to Pain Free, the natural way for your shoulder. Think of your shoulder as a golf ball sitting on a tee. The golf ball is the head of the humerus or the upper arm, and the tee is the clavicle. Now there's many muscles that end up connecting the golf ball to the tee. If one muscle pulls too strong, the ball moves to the front of the tee and ends up having some impingement or possible pain. Most shoulder pain then can be attributed to imbalance in muscles. So this is really important to strengthen all of the muscles around the shoulder, and of course that will cross over the elbow and include some of our earlier ones as well. First, let's get that shoulder stretched out. Take the arm across the body and hold for 10 to 15 seconds. Then bend the arm and bring it around the body for a little deeper stretch. And lastly, take the arm over the head and down the center of the spine, stretch out the triceps, which again, connect the shoulder to the body. Hold your stretches for 10 to 30 seconds. Now let's do the other side. Bring the arm across the body. You want to feel the stretch, not to the point of pain, but just to the point of feeling it. Next, bend the elbow, reach across. And lastly, reach up and right down the center of the spine. Let's do that one more time. Roll out the shoulders and take it across. Now try not to let the shoulder pop up into the ear. Keep it down and sit tall. Rotate the spine a little and feel it deeper, opening up the shoulder blade. Come back to center, bend the arm, and again reach behind the body. And lastly, reach up and over and behind. And one more time on the other side, across the body. Again, keeping the shoulder down. And behind. Rotate the body just a little bit through the waist. You'll feel it deepen the stretch through the shoulder blade. And lastly, reach up into the center of your shoulder blades. Now the shoulder blades will be working next. Your scapula attach onto the rib cage and slide and actually have a lot of movement with the rotator cuffs. And release. So that's what will work next. Take your shoulders back and squeeze the shoulder blades together as if you have two plates moving in. And release. 10 squeezes. 1, 2. It's about keeping the spine upright, the belly in, and the rib cage still. Really think about sliding these together. And now let's further open and stretch the scapula by standing up with a weight. We're going to hold the weight down, and it should be a heavier weight, not necessarily 1 or 2 pounds, but maybe 5 or a gallon of milk. You're going to start with small circles, about 6 to 8 small circles, but every circle I want you to get a little bit bigger. Allow the shoulder to drop until the shoulder circles are as big as a bike tire. Feel the stretch and release, and then go the other direction. Again, about 10 circles, nice, slow, and controlled. Slowly making the circle smaller with each rotation. It's a good idea to support the upper body so that you're not putting pressure on the spine for this one as well. Repeat on the other side. Circle it. Again, start with a salad plate and move to a bigger circle, like the size of a bike tire. Reverse and go the other direction. Feels really good. Let that weight really drop the shoulder blade out. Next exercise is going to be external rotation, which works the small muscles through the back of the shoulder. You can start with your elbows up and lift the weight 3/4 of the way. Try and keep the elbow and shoulders in place. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears and sit up tall in your posture. Again, 8 to 12 reps, and then slowly increase the weight or increase the number of reps. The next exercise can be done with a piece of tubing. You want to take the tubing, and if it's really long, fold it in half. Palms up, shoulders down, and pull wide. This is a great one to do against the wall to make sure that your shoulder blades are nice and flat against the body. If you can't do it on the wall, you can always lay down or sit up in a chair. But it does take some practice to keep them in place. Again, 8 to 12, and then increase the number or increase the tubing, which means you would go from a green spry tubing to a red to a blue. The next exercise is going to be a stretch. You're going to push that hand out to the side, pull the fingers back, and slowly drop your ear to your opposite shoulder. Hold the stretch for 8 to 10 seconds, and release. Turn the fingers back, again pulling the fingertips towards the forearm. This one really opens up all the muscles all the way down into your forearm. And lastly, turn the fingers down, pull the fingers back, and bring the ear to the shoulder. This is one of my favorite neck opening stretches as well. Bring the head up, release, and let's do the other side. Push the hand out to the side and gently bring the ear to the shoulder. This is quite effective if you push against the wall as well, doing it standing. Release the head, turn the fingers back. And lift the head, turn the fingers down. And release. Just a few more on this. Drive the ball or drive the car. Just rotation, circling the ball right and left. Bring the ball as far to the right with your top hand as you do on the left side. Work for that stretch and open up the shoulders. Now this last stretch, you're going to press your hands onto the ball. As you roll the ball outward, press your hips backwards and drop your head between your elbows. So push forward, hips back, hands are wide on the ball, and then drop your head through. You'll want to hold this stretch for 10 to 15 seconds and then rock the ball right and left just to loosen up the shoulders a bit more. Lastly, push down into the ball and bring the arms in. You can feel the back of the arms working and your abdominals as well. Push down, roll it in. Again, start with 8 to 12 reps for strength. and then slowly increase. Remember, perform your shoulder strengthening exercises and stretches, and your shoulders will stay pain-free the natural way.